Okay, so I was in Psalms 28 and 29. And this one, it talks about, again, all of these Psalms start with kind of crying out to God and then Him delivering the people and then them worshiping Him. So these are all the same as well. And it talks about God being the defender, the vindicator, being your strength, your rock, and to just cry out to God. He is your strength and He is your shield, and that He will bring justice to you and to those who do you wrong. And but one of the things we have to remember is that vindication is for those whose hearts are right with the Lord. So it's not just, I believe in God, God get them for doing things wrong or hurting me or whatever. It's talking about people whose hearts are entwined with God. He's going to right the wrongs that are done against them. So I think that's really important to remember. And then in the scriptures it says, "Glory, glory, God of glory," and I just think that's really cool because glory is the voice of the Lord that breaks through and shakes the earth and is powerful. And when it says glory, it's talking about that those who glorify the Lord, He takes them, whose hearts are right, He takes them home, takes them to His house. And I thought that was kind of cool. If you think about it, if your heart is right with the Lord, not only will He vindicate you, bring justice, but He's going to take you home to His house. So I just thought that was kind of cool. And of course we bow and worship Him and worship His name. And one of the things it said in there, it talked about trees, and I didn't realize this, but the trees in the scriptures, they symbolize strong men. And so I thought that was kind of neat. And then flood, it mentions the flood, and the flood is actually mentioned 13 times in the scriptures, which 13, that number is significant. Numbers are really significant in the Bible, and we can gloss right over them and not realize it. But, we should always try to figure out and learn what the numbers mean. But the 13 is significant for apostasy. And that actually means the desertion from one's religion, or, whatever party they're with. It's the desertion of that. And so, 13 in the flood, we have to remember, just to kind of tie all the things together of what's going on in these scriptures. And so it ends with peace. And it says, "Lord, bless them and His people with peace." And so the scripture starts out crying out to God, and then it ends with peace. And so I think that, for us, that's what we've got to be able to do, is just to cry out to God and tell Him our fears, our struggles, our worries, and then just let the peace of God come all over us and just give us that perfect peace that He provides for us.